Go Tigers. 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 Go Tigers.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, George. How's it going?
It's going all right.
There's a new taste spreading out right across the nation. The frozenated, carbonated, icy drink sensation. You can sip it, you can spoon it, it's the icy surprise. There's Coca-Cola, orange, raspberry, or lime. Everybody, 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 everybody loves icy. Available at all stores displaying the icy sign. Everybody loves icy.
Had a little bit of money, so the Lord did me good. Got all kind of shit. Got the glow sticks, I got the gotcha bag, got the Hawaiian punch. Man, everybody won't holler at Pop what you need. I got it. If I ain't got it, I can find it, you understand? I'm selling glow sticks. Glow sticks that go with the yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome to the Bombadcast.
What's going on, Bombad people? It's me, your boy Scotty Jarod. Look, see all this? You see all this? God gave me all this. Just kidding, I bought it off Amazon. So, that being said, what you looking at? That literally made Jerry laugh. I watched him in the studio laugh. So what's going on, everybody? Super happy to be here. But the reason I'm bringing attention to all this is because this camera that's kind of crappy is getting replaced Sunday. This microphone that I've used for 2 years now on the Bombadcast. Before we even started, I used this microphone to record music. This thing is going to get replaced. It's going to get replaced very soon. It's going to be replaced by Sunday as well. What? Times are changing, but there's a reason why, okay? Bombadcast is getting bigger, better than ever. Always will be, always has been, okay? Every Thursday, you can check us out here on this page, on Facebook, on our Periscope, Twitter. We love delivering what we can. And then every Tuesday, every Tuesday, Hyperfocus, Jerry's main show. I believe the guest this week is Maggie Lovett. She'll be coming on to Hyperfocus on whatever she wants to. And I don't blame her, okay? She's one of the greatest out there. Better than Alden, better than Jarod. So I'm just going to use some fighting words because I'm putting myself in the Bombad Wrestling Federation. Anyway, I don't mean to get carried away. Every Wednesday, we're doing some Bombad Gaming. Yes, you can see me right there playing some N64. But you know what I'm actually playing? I'm playing some Sonic Adventure with my boy Eric Cotterman and my boy Troy Henderson. We had a lot of fun last night. Jerry joined us. Everyone joined us. Come on, don't be a loser. Come hang out with the cool guys. Also, got really something very exciting to announce. New shirt. Okay, check it out. It's on TeePublic right now. This is the PNG file. Hi, everybody. It's kind of creepy. Hello, everyone. This is a new shirt. I ordered 3 of them yesterday. I had to put them up. I got this made, and it's strictly made for a boy, Eric Cotterman. And before we bring Jerry in, I've letting him sit in the dark for a while now. It's the longest he's ever sat in the dark. He's just sitting there. He's just eating boiled eggs. I don't know why he's eating like 4 boiled eggs. I've watched him eat so many in this one sitting. He's just munching at them as fast as possible. I'm very excited to announce this huge event. Okay. Pete and I are hosting Podathon 2021. Oh my God. Okay. This is no joke. We've got a bunch of amazing people that are going to join. Okay. Obviously hosted by Around the Galaxy on our YouTube page and hosted by the Bombadcast on our YouTube page. It's going to be a hell of an event. We've got Tarkin's Top Shelf joining us, Tatooine Sun, Star Wars Explained, Imperial Senate Podcast, Podcast of the Wills. We got Blue Bantha Milk Co. We got Highlight Chronicles, Peak Milk Podcast, Bro Axiom, Space Waffles with the Geeky Waffle Galaxy. We got Beyond the Blasters Live and Force Connect. And I'm not kidding when I say this. Pete has something extremely special for us at the end of the day. It's still in the works. We're still trying to figure it out. All that being said, it's going to be one hell of a day, okay? I know there's some secret guests that I'm not going to reveal here that will be making an appearance. People both on and off the screen of Star Wars, and it's all for charity. It's all for Make-A-Wish. We're just super happy to bring this to you, and I got to bring in my co-host. Look, I'm talking too much. My throat hurts, and I'm tired of, just being here, being the only one on the screen. So I got to bring in my boy, Jerry. Jerry! What's up, baby?
How's it going, bud? Yes. So there's a lot of slander going on here. No boiled eggs over here. No boiled eggs. Although I will not look a gift boiled egg in the mouth.
Oh.
Or in the yolk.
Yolk.
Sure. We'll go with that. But yeah, no. So hey, seems like God's been a lot better to you than me, because all I got behind me is just that was comedy gold. Fantastic. Love it all. My only notes.
Let's hear 'em.
A little less of that. You got that resting bitch face kind of a thing. Yeah,
because I'm redheaded.
No, yeah. It's honestly you have resting golden retriever face. Probably
that's what it is.
So friendly, so kind.
But you're talking about my crow's feet. Look, I got really bad. As
the crows fly.
As the crow murders. Jerry.
I think I'm getting. Wow. Yes.
Jerry, look at this.
I understood that reference. I'm sorry. That's what I was so excited about. Whoa, we're jumping up. The chat's jumping up. Look at this. Look at this.
I know. Hanging out with some great people here. Jerry, we got a really cool discussion planned for today, okay? It's called Star Wars Moments.
We do.
It has been in the work for a minute now, and I'm not kidding. But before we do that, I'm very, very excited to say that, with all this happening right now, we got the next 8 episodes planned. So if you look at the streams, I sat there one night. I sat there for about 2 hours, and I made every stream and every social media post.
I had to scroll down in the studio. I had to make sure am I clicking the right one? Like we did.
Crazy.
I probably need to get a calendar going.
Let me see. I don't even remember what the other ones are. I did it all in one night, very quickly.
We're gonna click on the wrong one of these days and be like, why isn't anyone showing up? Why is no one showing up?
So to hype it up, next week we're doing a review of Star Wars Visions. Don't want to miss that. I'm waking up at 4 a.m. to watch all 9 episodes of it, and then go to work. I'm probably
gonna when I come back from. I'll probably try to get a few in before work, and then when I get home from work, I'll probably just not sleep that night.
Okay.
Yeah.
That it's gonna be an exciting week next week.
The best thing I could do for my kid.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
sure.
Be half asleep.
The children.
Cheers.
It's for the children. It's for the children. So we're doing.
Think of the children.
What is it from WandaVision? For the children. What do they say?
For the children. For the children.
There's no kids in this town. So the Bombadcast
not yet.
Scheduled for September 30th. Okay. We're talking about James Bond before the new movie comes out. We might have Pete and Nick on there. They asked us if we could do this. We haven't heard much from them because we haven't really brought it up. But I think one of them's watching. I definitely think Nick's watching right now. So
gonna be a banger.
Oh yes. I will do that again. I know I promised it. Then we've got on October 7th, Terrifying Tales. We're reviewing. We're talking about that. Ooh. Oh, I can't wait for that. That's going to be sick.
Fancy.
Ooh, Jerry. Are you pumped for October 14th? You know what that is? That's when you talk about the Men in Black, man. That's when you talk about your interest.
I was actually... Okay, so if you followed us from Beyond the Blast Stores... we started on this channel. We went to Beyond the Blast Stores for a little bit last year, and then we for about a year, and then we came back. We did a Patreon exclusive, me and Scotty.
So, one
episode because it's so time consuming. You have to do a lot of research.
Jerry did all the research. It's brutal.
Well, that's the thing.
Channel, by the way, look at this.
Yes.
To the channel. Well, look, hey. We're here for you.
Welcome.
Glad you're here.
Welcome. We talk about Star Wars some of the time.
Yes.
Some of the time we talk about the wars and the stars. but hey, well, no, but I actually was listening. So I have a podcast that I listen to that's got a lot of stuff like that. So I was re-listening to their Men in Black episodes. It's the best last podcast on the left. If you want to know anything, actually, if you don't want to know anything beforehand, don't listen to anything and come here. I'm going to pick. Oh, did you listen to one of those episodes?
I listened to the Gremlins one, and it was really good. And the Skinwalker Ranch. The
Skinwalker Ranch series is really good. That's another thing, you know. But anyway, I'm going to give Scotty, and listen, Men in Black, it's not the Tommy Lee Jones, Will Smith Men in Black. No. These are the way they described them, and I'm going to listen to a couple. I'm going to try to get some audiobooks in as well.
Good.
I'm trying to get in and get some obscure, really the creepiest stories. I think I'm gonna pick three of the. I'm gonna pick the genesis of the Men in Black.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick one of the stories that freaks me the hell out. Yeah. And I'll try to find a more obscure, maybe even more recent tale. We'll have to see.
Okay.
But it's come and watch me try to spook Scotty out. Okay. Like I'm gonna come and like I love real life weird encounters.
You scared me one night we hung out and I had to tell him to shut up.
You need to stop. Which the thing I was telling you about, I think, was the Grinning Man, and that is not far off from what the real Men in Black are.
I'm excited.
Anyway, we'll leave it at that.
Oh, I hated that. I was like, Jerry. I'm like, we just saw.
Come to watch Scotty freak the hell out because it's gonna be awesome.
It did. It happened last time when Jerry and I were riding back after we witnessed what we almost would say an extraterrestrial experience.
Thank you.
With the remember the
we saw Elon Musk's Tesla Skylink. We thought we saw a mothership.
We really did.
We were like, and I was like, because I'm like, I'm a veteran. I've seen tons of weird shit in the sky. And at this point, and I was just like, oh yeah, wow, that is weird. And you're like, oh my God, what is that thing? Whoa. Well, no, we were both like that because I was like, that is weird. Whoa, I've never. That's a new one on me. That's saying something.
So amazing.
Because I'm a freak.
Oh. Well, look. Also, on
what else we got?
October 21st. It might be a late night stream. It just depends. We plan on watching Dune in the theaters and coming back and reviewing it instantly. So trying to work that algorithm a little bit, Jerry. You know, get our little reviews.
Work that algorithm and stuff. I'll see. Yeah, man, I'll see what I can do. You know, Dune is a pretty heavy thing. You know, I'm just so worried about Dune being so copy paste. You know,
here we go.
That's just sorry. I'll shut up.
Copy paste from a book.
We got a lot of spooky goodness for you guys.
Oh no, this next part too.
Wait, what do we got? What do we got?
Your favorite one, Star Wars Creepypasta Year 2 on 10/28, the Thursday before Halloween.
Starring our good friend. Well, I mean, I think you're a new frenemy. Jarod, the Dark Jedi. Jarod, which you know, I mean, Jarod did come in here. He just said, I saw the stream topic and wasn't invited. I'm offended, upset. I feel disrespected, frankly hurt. This is a declaration of war.
Well, he's an idiot, so it's gonna be fine. That being said, he thinks he knows everything about.
Can you smell?
What does he say? He's just an idiot.
What the Scott J-Ro is cooking.
He just thinks he knows everything, and he obviously doesn't. So that being said, to conclude all of this, our very last stream that we'll have on November 4th is in hype for the new Ghostbusters movie. Okay? Very excited about that. We're talking.
Like I said, we talk about Star Wars sometimes.
Sometimes. That being said, look, I'm serious. That being said, let's get into the conversation. Jerry, we're talking about one of your favorite moments of all time in Star Wars. I'll get a clip of it pulled up. I'll put the volume all the way down. We're not going to watch it with the volume on just in case we get in trouble. But let's talk about it. So, Jerry, I came up with this idea, okay? And this has been something we've talked about since July. It's been a minute we talked about this. Or June when you
we had like a couple production meetings towards the beginning of the year, and then we didn't have another one until like we used to do more production meetings, by the way.
Yes.
So I know it seems
one last week.
I know it seems like, but you know we do production meetings. It is a thing. But go ahead.
We did a big one last week, and we decided to do all these things and make all the streams for it. But Star Wars Moment is something that I had come up with back in like May, and it's something we've been wanting to do. And so let me pitch this to all of you. So a Star Wars Moment, okay? Jerry's going to come on here, tell his Star Wars moment. Next time we do one of these, it'll be my Star Wars moment that I want to share, probably in November. But the idea of this, we're talking about moments that spoke to you, okay? Moments that meant a lot to you. How did it change your perspective of Star Wars? You know, I mean, does it change Star Wars for you? That idea as well. Where is it in your overall moments of Star Wars? Because we all identify with a certain moment. And of course, last but not least, what makes it Star Wars? So those are the ideas we're going to be approaching this evening. All those ideas, okay? It's a heavy subject, but you chose one in particular, Jerry. Jerry, you chose Luke versus Kylo Ren on Crait, which I still think it's the best final duel of the sequel trilogy of all time. Like, it's better than the snow duel. It's better than the any other duel we see. And
right. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, hey, Jarod.
Hi.
Hey. Oh.
Shut up.
Folks.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Really? We're talking Luke and Kylo on Crait. We're talking The Last Jedi. And I don't get an invite.
I did not know he was.
Listen, bud. It's nothing.
Oh,
Jerry, did you send him the link? Who sent him the link? I'm not even. I didn't even send him a link.
This is a betrayal. This is a legitimate betrayal. This is You have the audacity.
I'm so lost right now.
I see a Podathon announcement, and there's not a TNAP logo on it. Y'all are talking Luke versus Kylo Ren on Crait, and I don't get an invite. I've had enough of you Bombad bitches. So here's how this is going down.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Wait a minute.
You cut me off with one more B-roll. I swear to God, I will slap the Louisiana out your mouth.
That was Scotty, stop!
Hands are up here. Hands are up here.
I set that up. I'm
sorry. The gates of hell with Cookie Cop. I will open up the gates of hell with Cookie Cop. You listen to me and you listen
to me. Don't you dare bring that evil on me.
What is happening right now?
I'm just the leader.
I'm taking you punks to the mat.
Oh,
me
with what?
And
How?
Spencer the Mando Simpson.
Who?
Spencer, one of my co-hosts, my boy.
Spencer.
You have barked up the wrong tree. Y'all have disrespected me for the last time. It is Bombad versus the Knights. Knights of the Nerd Republic v. Bombadcast November trivia.
Yep.
2-on-2. And I'm going to make it interesting.
Good luck fitting that armor.
Spicy.
Good luck fitting that armor. Good luck fitting that armor, Knight.
Oh, I'm a Jedi Knight. I got the robes. The robes fit just fine. I'll wear them during the show. I'll wear them during the show.
If anyone is watching this, someone please call someone.
Put your kiss makeup on, Scotty. Go get in your little costume. Okay, get the makeup on.
Don't tell him he's got these.
I want to watch you cry.
Do you remember your great trial? He literally has a treasure chest of weird morph suits right next to his desk.
When Jarod knew what this word meant, but I don't think he knows what this phrase means anymore. I think he's lost. He's not in tune with the phrase of "stay bombad." He's now just this. I
feel dragged into something here.
Welcome to the heel phase. Welcome to the heel phase. This is what you caused. Yes, this is my heel moment. Okay, y'all are witnessing the villain origin story. Okay, this is not. We're not in Ben Solo shit anymore. This is Kylo Ren. Okay, this is Kylo Ren. Y'all mother criffers. That's what's going down right now.
Really,
oh, hey, no, don't use that language. I know I just said the F word at the beginning of the stream, but please don't do it. No.
I said criffer. I said criffer. I'm saying PG-13. I know what I'm doing.
Children.
Here's what's up. Here's what's up. This is how I'm going to make this interesting.
Okay, sure. Try it.
All right. I already have Eli from Star Wars in a Galaxy down to right questions. Okay, we can have a neutral party. We can have Fletzer and Eli call the match. Okay, so we have.
I know Fletzer hates me.
He doesn't like me either, so it's okay. That's where it balances out.
He loves both of you, idiots.
Here's what I'm saying: the loser,
don't stutter,
is on the hook.
Don't stutter.
If you thought those hurricanes were the worst thing to happen to you this year, I swear.
And they weren't. No, they weren't. You know what it was? What was the worst thing? Is the fact that you still try to do this. No. I can do what I want. The fact that you still try to get something out there with this attitude that you have, Jarod, it's unnecessary.
It's not attitude. It is righteous indignation.
Then what are you trying to do?
Listen. Let the man make his threat. Let the man make his threat. Because I'm laid back, But I will choke someone if I have to. I'm laid back, but I'll do what I got to protect my title.
See, and this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Back when I came on Bombadcast and I was going, I'm going to steal Scotty's job. Jerry didn't do shit.
Jerry cheered
that shit on. So
what
y'all need to get your house in order. Y'all need to get y'all's house in order.
Jared's
y'all
got
need
a
to get y'all's
point.
house in order.
I have no. Listen. You knew when you took me in that I could not be locked down. That I was not a one horse person.
It's your ADHD. Okay, I get it. That's how we just push all of our problems.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Let's just bring all that into it. Yeah, whatever. What
are
we talking about? Okay.
Here are my conditions.
Let me pull up a comment and just talk over Scott. Oh, look, here we go. You can connect with Jerry on Twitter. You can't see Jerry. These feuds are petty. This is what Jerry does when I'm trying to speak, okay? I don't know why I'm coming at Jerry.
So whose team? Whose team am I on? Because I have no clue whose team I'm on anymore. But you know what? Scotty, I love you. Let the man speak. Let him make his empty threat. It's fine.
Oh, I thought it was a boy. Sorry, let the boy speak.
Loser is on the hook for a month-long ad read of the other person's podcast and to be repping the other competitors' merch on their main show. So, like, I'm not going to say – so, like, let's say in the incredibly unlikely scenario wherein Spencer and I are defeated. Again, incredibly unlikely.
Which will be the case.
Y'all are cute. Y'all get to pick the Bombad merch of your choice that he and I will wear every time we are on Knights of the Nerd Republic for a month, as well as doing the ad read, and vice versa. For a month of Bombadcast, y'all are repping TNAP merch with
I'll
reading
pull it
an
out of
ad read of
mothballs.
our choice.
Yeah.
Those are the terms. Those are the terms.
Honestly,
if you have anything you want to add to the stakes, I'm more than welcome to take that on.
I mean, honestly,
the only afraid.
Scotty should probably shave his balls. I mean, Scotty should probably shave his balls, but I won't put that on there.
I'm gonna make you. And we have to take a photo of ourselves kissing a picture of the winners. That's one thing you have to do.
Okay.
So I have a picture of Jared on my phone that if I do lose, it's me kissing.
You have to print. You have to you have to print it out.
I'll print it out.
I think you have to print it out.
Okay.
Okay.
I will put a picture.
Make it into a mask for Katie.
If we lose, I will print out that picture of me kissing whichever one of you idiots I got to kiss. I'll hang it right next to the Hondo Onaka autograph.
Oh, let's see it. Let's see it. Hey, that was pretty
right
cool.
Next to the Hondo autograph.
I'm. You know what? I don't want to speak for Scotty, but it sounds like an easy win to me. Honestly, it sounds like an easy win. So,
hey. We should do this in November, okay?
I like that idea.
Let's do it in November.
November. Mid-November.
I mean, you know what, Jared? When do you want to do it? I mean, you came into our show.
He came into our show. I get to choose when we do this show. November.
Okay, whatever. I just think that the man who kicked in the door of the studio probably wants to decide. But you know what, Scotty? Go ahead.
Yeah.
What's going on? What you got?
Cool
what you got?
I'm cool with November. That gives
I'm
you
cool
guys
with
enough
November
time
too.
to train.
Is that what it is? Is that what we need? Training?
Yeah.
Do you see my nickname? Do you see it? It's probably you probably have to pull me up full screen. You know you can't even see it because of the thing. Look at this. I am the canon junkie. Okay.
Yeah.
I've forgotten more Star Wars trivia than you'll ever know in your entire life.
I'll love to watch you prove that.
I
love to watch you all.
Would very much like to not fail. So,
well, I'll do some research too. I'll study.
To quote the greatest Star Wars movie, the greatest teacher failure is. So get ready for one hell of a lesson.
That's Yoda, idiot. See, I know that. So.
Hey, how about this? I'll ask you a question right now. Speaking of Yoda, how many times do we hear the voice of Yoda in Star Wars in the saga films? How many times is it? How many times?
His disembodied
Ask the question again. I got distracted.
His
What
voice.
do you say?
How many times do we hear the voice of Yoda in Star Wars? You got 10 seconds. 10. 9.
Once in The Force
8,
Awakens, he
7,
speaks off camera in 8.
6.
And then we hear him speak in The Rise
5,
of Skywalker. I don't know exactly what you mean by that if we're going
3,
to the disembodied voice.
2. No, I'm referring to the voice of Yoda in general, not the disembodied voice, the voice of Yoda in general. How many times do we hear it in Star Wars?
How many lines of dialogue does Yoda have, is what you're saying?
No, damn it. I'm saying in Star Wars, the saga films, how many times do we hear the voice of Yoda throughout? Do we hear it in all the movies? Do we hear it in only 5 of the movies? Do we hear it in 3 of the movies? How many movies do we hear the voice of
How many movies?
Yoda?
Oh, okay. Because I thought it was the same. Like, how many lines of dialogue does Yoda have?
That I don't know.
What the hell?
Okay, we got prequels 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because he has his voice cameo in Force Awakens.
Okay,
and he also reaches out to Rey.
So you're better than most people in Baton Rouge. I won a trivia contest
8.
because of that
It's
question. They went 7, and I'm like, no, The Force Awakens, moron. And I won. I won the trivia contest. So I was thinking, I was just trying to compare to the idiots that go to trivia concerts, contest in Baton Rouge.
Trivia concerts.
So, trivia concerts.
You know,
but
they go listen to a guy.
I'm coming for you next. I'm coming for you next, Michael.
Michael, you don't want no part of this. You don't want no part of this.
I want Michael to be on our team. Can we do 3-on-3? Can we do that? Night?
Sure. Right.
Donda.
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 Donda. I don't know what's happening anymore. Donda. Donda.
Donda. Donda. Donda. Oh, we off the grid. Let's go. Oh,
hey,
man,
Jared,
I'm ready. Okay, cool. I'll tag in Chikiti. I'll tag in Chikiti.
Michael.
It's a Knights of the Nerd Republic sandwich. Otherwise, I'm going to train on you bitches.
Oh, shit. You didn't say you were gonna bring in you didn't say you were gonna bring in like Cal Kestis, okay? Like, come on.
I'm so ready. Oh man, I gotta wait.
This
2
has been
months
great
to pimp slap
Donda.
the taste out of
Donda.
your mouths. Donda.
Is that what it's gonna be?
Donda.
Wow.
Donda Onaka.
Nick,
Look.
I'm in character. Stop.
Look, can we gotta take a song break to kind of ease ourselves down, but I'll take you up on the challenge, Jarod, the Dark Jedi. Speaking of, Dark Jedis are stupid, but so we have to take a song break to kind of cool ourselves down. I think, Jarod, I want to invite you. Do you want to be on this episode? Are you free for a minute? Do you want to talk about this? I'm not kidding.
Since you kicked it in, do you want to stay and talk?
I would be honored.
It's so wonderful.
I have a lot of thoughts. So
we're gonna take a song break real quick just to kind of ease our minds because I'm still hot and heavy over this fool trying to come at me with his nonsense.
You're hot and heavy.
I'm hot.
All right,
and
boner
heavy.
Boner check. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. No.
Did you say impossible? Pasquale? Only kidding, Chucky. I've changed my tune because I finally thought of a possible dream that we can all share.
What is it? Pasquale?
It's a dream about a world when nobody is poor or sick or hungry.
Oh, now that's a dream we can make come true.
I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good, gonna make a difference, gonna make it right.
As I point up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind.
I see the kids in the street with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their need? A sour's disregard, a broken bottle top,
and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the wind, you know, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why I want you to know I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer.
Get it, Pasquale.
I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. Come on.
calm me down.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? You know, honestly, I'm quite jealous of Pasquale's mustache acoustics. Frankly,
pretty good. It's pretty good.
He's got some pretty solid mustache acoustics. Why am I full? By the way, are you guys okay? You guys ready? You done? You okay? Is this gonna ruin the illusion of friendship here? What we got? Okay.
No, there is a friendship there.
We're in separate rooms.
Somewhere.
We're in separate rooms. It's fine. It's fine.
Maybe. Okay. Maybe we are. Maybe we aren't.
I haven't had Chuck E. Cheese pizza in forever, but yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese pizza is goat tier.
Goat tier. I like that.
I want to say two things. One,
only two.
I was in the pantheon of things that I thought I was about to see. Pasquale from the Chuck E. Cheese cinematic universe was not one of them.
Have you not seen that one? Because that's one of our new jams. That's one of our new jams, man. I am surprised we have not gotten a copyright strike on that shit.
No, because it's not owned by anyone. Chuck E. Cheese is in shambles. I mean, Michael Jackson's estate is also in shambles.
Charles Entertainment Cheese is living under the overpass, I think, in my hometown, actually. About a mile from my house. Yeah.
He's actually a rat. So
the concept of Pasquale is like a running joke that Levi and I like Levi from Nerd Academy, formerly from Nerd Academy, have. So like the fact that I was not expecting to see that. Second of all, I just want everybody to know I was so committed to the cutting a promo thing that I wore a tank top on camera.
That's pretty hot.
And
hell yeah, bro!
This is generally not something I'm comfortable with.
There we go.
I gotta find the center here. Doing tank top and ripped jeans.
Dude, that's sick!
I'm generally comfortable with on air, but it's what's happening. So
I have a feeling when I meet Jarod in person for the first time,
and I'm not changing.
When I meet Jarod in person for the first time, I'd be scared of him because he's gonna be like, "You're pretty tall, aren't you?"
I'm 5'10".
Oh, we're the same height. We'll kiss. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Shit. I meant when we hug. Like when we hug. Oh, Jerry, look at white trash! Jerry! Let me see white trash. Jerry, you got a vape and a Michelob Ultra, baby? Because
Dab! How do you do it? I don't know.
You put your face.
No, I just listen. Nothing to be ashamed of. Here we are. We're in our tank tops. It's fine.
I don't own a tank top. Not yet.
Jerry, you're such a good friend. I love you.
I love you so much.
I know that I just went from Bombad bitches to 30 seconds in. I'm saying I love you, but
yeah, I love you. Criff you too. Criff you too, buddy.
So let me get this pulled up just so we can see it. We're talking Bombad moments. It's a new thing we're introducing in this type of episode.
Clear that throat.
And Jarod, just to kind of give you a preface, Jerry chose this moment. It's about why this moment speaks to you. Okay, so it's a couple of things. What does this do to your perspective of Star Wars? Why this moment? Okay, how does it change Star Wars for you? Because it does that. Where is it in your moments of Star Wars, and what makes it Star Wars to you? So it's like 5 big questions. They don't have to be check mark answered. It's just something that I want you to think about. So I'm going to get the actual fight pulled up. We're not going to watch it with audio. I mean, listen to it with audio.
Scotty, can you pay attention with me and Jarod with these lethal weapons?
No, I can't. I'm actually going to have to take off work tomorrow. So I'm very concerned about mental health because I'm not going to be doing okay. But let me get this shared.
I love you guys. Oh, I love you guys.
Look at this. Look how great this is. Hold on. Why isn't it pulled up?
Such a great shot.
Well, I have to say something. I watched from the moment that Luke shows up, like right when Leia says, and I know it said the fight, but like there's just moments before and after that are powerful as well. But the moment when Leia says, when they say, they've heard our message, but no one is coming, and Leia just says that, the galaxy has lost its hope. I watched from there. And so this whole thing is just absolutely fantastic. It's one of my favorite pieces of Star Wars of all time.
I would say, too, in terms of Star Wars, right, we've got the biggest inspirations would obviously be Westerns and samurai films in that sense.
Yes.
Then they got the mythological sense of Joseph Campbell and stuff. But this really, and to me, in my heart of hearts, this combines all of that perfectly. Like, it just takes all those themes that is Star Wars, family, You've got the Campbellian, father, not really father, uncle.
Good word. I like the Campbellian word.
Campbellian.
That's really nice.
You take all those huge themes of mythology and these huge themes of family, and you've got these, all these crazy ideas of, film all thrown into one huge moment, right? And yeah, I agree. There's like a couple shots in this that make you want to watch the full movie, but like that's what this moment does for me personally.
Welcome, Boop. Welcome.
Yes, Boop. Boop missed the beginning, but like. What a special thing to see in theaters. I'm not even kidding.
Oh,
when I saw this in theaters, I knew this movie went in my favorites of all time. This scene alone.
Scotty, I love you pronouncing every single letter of the word theater.
Theater. I do that, huh? Don't I?
Theater.
Cinema. David Lynch.
Cinema.
It's okay. I do the same thing with uncomfortable. People hate me for it.
Uncomfortable. But come on, I mean
it's
it, y'all.
Thursday, September 16th, and if you can believe it, it's a Thursday once again. Sorry, I channeled my inner David Lynch there. I don't know where that came from. Thank you.
That was pretty good.
Thank you.
So, Jerry, why did you choose this moment for your first Star Wars moments? Why this one?
I just really like salt. Sorry. I have a lot of reasons. I think I've not been. I think I've talked about a lot of times how TLJ came for me at a time when I had a lot of like crisis of faith, crisis of, just kind of like the world around me, what was going on, a lot of things going on in my world that made me question the way that I had, the things that I believed in. And to see Luke Skywalker go through the same things, this way people always focus on the part that they focus on everything but this. And to me, this is the thesis statement of TLJ, is this confrontation between Luke and Kylo. This is the thesis statement of a Jedi Knight right here. This is what they should have came away with. They're like, oh, Luke was scared and he's running away and he was sad and all that. But they forget that he comes back here, right? And he talks about, well, he comes back and essentially reaffirms everything. He's like, no. Yes, what I did was wrong, but I still, this is what, a Jedi should be, the way a Jedi should interact, and I'm not going to be the last one, by the way, which I'm paraphrasing all this stuff, but there's just something about this interaction.
That's how it's written in the screenplay. I'm a Jedi, and I'm not going to be the last one, by the way. Cut to Rey lifting the rocks.
I love it. See, it's so giving. It's, to me, it people talk about TLJ as it tears down. It's a deconstruction of Star Wars, but they forget that it is also a huge affirmation of what Star Wars truly is at the end.
You're right.
It takes everything you think about Star Wars, yes, and it questions it, but at the end it tells you everything you believed, the things that you believe in, the magic of the Jedi, what the Jedi are supposed to be, is a good thing. It is true. It is real. It is something that is palpable. It is something that is powerful, and all of that. And I mean, I don't know. I have so much I could say about this scene, but there's just. I mean, think about the first time you saw this. Is something like, again, I said I started whenever Luke, right after Leia says, I thought, we could reach out, but the galaxy's lost all its hope, Bang, she does that little cave, like that little stomp with her cane on the ground, almost like she's putting out the last ember or something, right?
Yeah.
And then you have Luke walking in, right? Think about the first time you watched The Last Jedi.
Ooh, I'll never forget that.
Think about that and how it felt like when that figure walked in. Did you know it was Luke? And did you in your life think this is? And again, there's people make fun of the whole. He wasn't even there. I mean, he was. You're talking about a Jedi doing one of the most powerful things we've ever seen a Jedi do.
Literally.
In anything. This beats pulling a Star Destroyer down. I'm sorry. This is way.
Always will.
He fools an entire army. Okay?
Yep.
But just like think about that moment when you first see him walking down. That's just something that really hit me this time watching through this is think about that moment you see him walking down that hall. the look Leia gives, the look C-3PO gives. I mean, come on, man, right?
It's amazing.
But anyway, what do you guys think about, like, do you remember your, like, what were your thoughts the first time going through your head?
Well, I'll tell you my thoughts real quickly. My thoughts on this movie, when I first saw it, I was loving it the entire time. But when it came to this moment, I was like, okay, so Snoke's dead. Like, that just happened, right? And I'm like, how? This is like, and I looked at my watch. I'm like, movie has another, like, 40 minutes left. Like, this movie's not over. I'm like, what? I'm like, where else can this movie take me? Where I'm like, I'm blown away. The fact that we had Snoke get killed, that just threw me through a loop. Then we get this final confrontation, and the best part is it's the last legit 3 or 4 minutes of the movie. The movie does not spend any other time except for when we get to the broomstick boy. But right. I'm sitting there watching this like, wow, like this is something else we get to add to this list of what a great movie this is. You've got the Snoke scene, you've got the beginning, you've got the end of this movie. It just felt so complete. But it's just proof that Kylo never learned either, right? You watch this movie, he's like, oh, he's making these huge mistakes, right? He knows he shouldn't be fighting for the side. He knows what his mistakes are. And then this man from his past comes to haunt him, you know? And truly, in like a figurative and a metaphorical way, as a ghost. He is a ghost here. He's not there.
Yeah.
He is still haunting and tormenting him, but not in the way of making him more evil, in the way of like, this is not the side you should be fighting for. And you're sitting here watching the scene, I'll get it pulled up again, and you're just blown away by the construction of it. And like now, after seeing it the first time, you see where Luke, you know, is doing some things that aren't possible. For example, when he scrapes his feet, he doesn't kick up any of that sand.
At first,
salt.
I don't know about y'all,
right
but
there.
whenever I first saw that, I thought that was more of a Legolas thing. Like he was just a more powerful Jedi.
Yes,
you know,
me
like
too.
You know,
light.
Yeah, I don't, you know, like the whole thing, like where I love that scene in Fellowship of the Ring where Legolas is walking on top of the snow while everyone else is like almost waist deep. Yeah, I love that.
And look at this, and then he just comes back, and he's, you know, the Luke.
I still hadn't even questioned the blue lightsaber either.
No, and that also is incredible.
Jarod, you're very quiet, but but anyway, go on, Scotty.
He's messing with his head. Messing with his head. It's like he's like, I'm in. You just watched this get destroyed. I'm questioning everything you thought was reality right now, and you know, Luke just got blasted to hell. It was crazy. I walked out of theater and said, people, I wish I was them. So I agree. I completely agree.
Welcome, Chris. Thank you for stopping by, bud.
I didn't see CR.
It's CR.
Complete cosign, Chris.
Yes.
Yeah. Same. Same.
For Jarod, what about your journey with this scene?
What an experience.
First time I saw this, I similar. Okay. I was being quiet and letting them speak. I was trying to be polite because I know how quickly I can get revved up about talking about The Last Jedi.
Get it revved up.
Oh,
I'm keeping myself. I was keeping myself in reserve while they were speaking.
Same.
I was kind of in a similar place where it was like right after Snoke died, and like I got to watch them team up, and I went into this movie putting every chip I had. I was like, Reylo's happening. This is like they're gonna join forces, and the shit's gonna hit the fan. It's gonna be wild, and it happened. And I immediately was like, the way that it happened, so blown away that I was like, I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Right. I remember when I came out of the movie, I saw it with Lexi from TNAP, and I looked at her. I was like, I loved it. The internet's gonna be angry, and so much of everything that happened after Snoke died didn't even register with me because I was so.
I get that too.
That moment was so shocking. That was so shocking. That's another moment to even discuss too. Like
my brain was liquefied.
Literally, Star Wars has taught us that the big bad is always going to be there, but this is the first time where they're like, nah, not this time. But anyway, Jarod, keep going.
So, in the theater, Luke comes walking in, and I didn't question it. When he walks in the room with the hood on, he takes the hood down, and he has this really beautiful conversation with Leia, and you have the dice. No one's ever really gone. And then he goes to make his way out there, and then he takes his sword off his belt, ignites it, and it was at that moment where I was like, what's going on? Oh, no, I'm lying. So first, I'm forgetting. so Kylo Ren has all like the ATM-6s like open fire on him,
blast him,
and then and then the dust settles and Luke, the thing off his shoulder, and in that moment, I'm thinking, oh my god, like we're seeing like god tier application of the Force, like triple S tier use of Tutu Menace. He's absorbing blaster bolts and throwing them away. Like in my mind, I'm like, this is some kind of like crazy use of the Force, right? This isn't Luke isn't there. He's just using the Force like a bamf, right?
Yeah.
And then Kylo comes down, and Luke is doing these weird like Y-axis.
It's crazy looking.
Like the weird acrobatics, and I was like, wow, like they're really going into this idea that Luke is like the Force-based physical augmentation. That's why Yoda is able to fight the way he does. Because whenever the sword comes out, Yoda puts all of his energy into being able to fling himself at you like he's coming off of a slingshot. And I thought maybe that's what they're doing with Luke right here, but the lightsaber was messing with me. And I was like, when did you get it? Where did you get it? How do you have it? What is going on here? And that's like the one thing keeping my mind going. And I thought they were going for a similar thing too, where they're like, he is so light on his feet right now that he's not moving the salt. And I was like, wow, this is so cool. And then he had us. And it's when he deactivates his lightsaber and he starts just trying to talk to Ben again.
Oh, it's amazing.
Where it clicks with me, and I'm like, his hair's short. This is what he looked like in the flashback. He's not here.
Yeah.
Like I eventually put it together where I was like, son of a bitch, he's astral projecting.
Oh, I didn't have that moment. I only had the moment when he got stabbed or when he got cut through.
And I was like, it was the moment he put the sword away and it's like the hair is different. And I'm like, he's not here.
I thought he maybe had one of the fish nuns. Just like give him a little, like, just give me a chop. Yeah, I gotta look. I'm gonna see my sister for the first time in a couple years. I just really want to look good, and that's why he complimented her hair, because like if fish nuns did mine, I hope it looks good.
Yeah, exactly. But like when I saw him, and I was like, he's not there. Like there's some type of projection happening here. And then Kylo does like the charge at him where he tries to cleave him in half. And then, like, you see the red and the salt. And for a hot minute, I'm like, oh, my God, I was wrong. Oh, my God. He just cleaved Luke Skywalker in two.
Yep.
And then, like, it pans up. It looks back over. And I'm like, oh, my God. Like, I was just trying to process it where I'm like, this is such a brilliant esoteric use of the Force.
Yeah.
They've got the whole even, like, the lens flare.
Yeah,
but like where he got sliced, if you remember correctly, because my mother was like, "Oh, he's cutting two and he's still going." I remember watching it with my mom a little bit after it came out. Actually,
I can do frame by frame with it. Hold on.
Yeah, right there, where it's like, what,
It's right.
You just wait for him, like Final Destination, to just like slide the shoulders to slide off.
Yeah, it looks like it's about to like a samurai movie. Like Luke's gonna like
how sick is this shot?
Apart.
Right here, wait. Hold on. It's taking a second. Here we go. And you see the light.
Just watch this. Just watch this.
There's a light.
How can you... I mean, look, you can like what you like and not like what you don't. Look at that. Is there even a look at, like, is there even a little bit of singeing there for a second?
I think it's the sparks flying off of Kylo's sword.
I think so. But that's an impressive that is an impressive astral projection. It's like I have notes about all this shit, right? Especially the astral projection point, how it's like an astral form, but it's so much more than that. Like you said, it's so esoteric, an esoteric use of the Force, something that probably hasn't been done in forever. Something I wrote down was this whole confrontation. It's a very High Republic feeling confrontation after reading a lot of the High Republic.
In hindsight, honestly. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
It's a very high, but I mean, I think this was even before I think this technique is something from before even the Jedi of the High Republic. But it feels very, because they do very interesting things with the Force in the High Republic novels and stuff. Which no spoilers for Scotty and stuff.
That's okay.
If he ever gets around to it, but well, Scotty, you read the first novel. Remember when they made it rain?
Oh, that's one of my favorite scenes in all
Isn't
the
that
books.
incredible?
Honestly, amazing.
Like, I
scene.
love the use of the Force like that. And this, and again, after reading a lot of the High Republic, the more Star Wars we get, the more it informs this scene for me. Like, I even like when I'm seeing this, I'm like, oh yeah, he's giving Kylo what for, Ben. You know, like that was I was slightly on the Ben Demption train, but I was still one of those dudes mad at him for killing Han Solo because I wasn't toxic, but like we told the story.
You cried in theaters. You told me that you cried.
I bawled really ugly. I ugly cried in theaters.
In theaters when Han died.
And because I was half sick and stuff like that. You know, that's the reason for my divorce.
I'll be a reason
because I cried when Han Solo died.
No, I cried when Luke died. When he became one with the Force. I cried
you know what's weird is I didn't cry when Luke died because I knew he would come back.
Sure, but but we didn't.
Han
think
Solo
Han would
wouldn't always. Well, we didn't think. Well, and that technically wasn't Han.
Yeah, sure, I know.
But cheers to you. I didn't expect that scene in Rise of Skywalker.
See, with Luke, for me, I didn't cry the first time. I was so caught up in how beautiful and like Star Wars this scene was, and again, like being so taken aback by the twist with Kylo killing Snoke. That it wasn't until the second time I had seen the movie, which was like 2 days later. I was with my uncle, my aunt, and my brother, and Alexis was with us again, and for the movie. And I'm sitting there, and there's the scene where after the see you around, kid. And there's the big wide shot of the island.
Oh yeah,
It finally sank in for me, and I started sobbing.
Oh yeah, it's brutal.
Like
it happens so fast. That shot is badass right there.
Oh, it's the big one.
Like,
no, this is the part we freak. This is when I stood in the theater because I'm unfortunately I'm the kind of guy that stands in the theater when things like that happen.
I want to watch. I haven't got to watch a film actually with Scotty in a theater
That's true.
yet.
Like a new movie,
and we need to make that happen. Experience. I cannot wait to watch a new movie in a theater with you. Hopefully, I would love to get to watch a Star Wars film in a theater with you someday. But I love that because it's a community experience, and I love that's part of it for me. I want people to react. Go on.
All the Star Wars moments that had that for me in recent history was nothing in TFA, which is weird. Rogue One was the Vader scene, but I didn't freak out about it. I just kind of knew it was going to happen. But the moment that I did freak out was this moment in TLJ, and the only other time I freaked out that bad was in Solo when Maul showed up. I literally stood up, and I'm gonna use a different word. No, I can't use the word in case something listens. But I literally stood up and yelled, "What the F word?" as literally so loud in the theater because it was Maul. I was like, "What the?" Like what? I was like, "What?" I was free, y'all. I was like,
I was with my parents. I don't think I could have gotten away with that at that time and stuff. But
that being said,
that's so funny.
That was this.
I want to watch a movie with you so F word bad. I really do.
This part was
in a theater.
Crazy. This part was see you around, kid. And then he goes away. He's gone. He fades. Voom. And dude, how great is it that it parallels, what Obi-Wan did to Vader for Luke? You see that.
It's the exact same. It's the exact same. Yeah, go
Jared's
for it.
like one of my students right now, shaking his hand in the air.
I'm sorry. This is my favorite thing.
Don't be.
This is my favorite thing. This is why I love The Last Jedi so much. Star Wars is like poetry. It rhymes. That is like that is like one of the core motifs is the way that these movies echo and repeat each other. And the way that people don't understand that Luke has become Obi-Wan. People don't understand that. Like everybody always thinks about Luke's mentor as Yoda, and yes, it's true, but he had more of a connection to Obi-Wan than he did with Yoda. It's just how that shit is. And the way that Luke truly, the way he's mirroring Obi-Wan throughout the whole movie. He's this hermit. He's talking about himself being a Jedi in the past tense, the same way Obi-Wan does in A New Hope.
Yep.
And he's even Obi-Wan, he's like, follow me on some damn fool's adventure. Where Obi-Wan is kind of looking back on his history and going, yeah, I thought I was some idiot action hero, and now everybody I love is dead.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan kind of blows off all of these amazing instances of Obi-Wan during the Clone Wars and in the Phantom Menace, and even before the Phantom Menace, because Obi-Wan, grand Jedi hero. Obi-Wan's cool. I did cool stuff. Everyone I love is dead. And
It's not
Luke is in that same place. Luke is in that same place where he's like, oh, yeah, Jedi. Luke, Han's dead. I basically signed their kid's death warrant. Yep. Leia's not going to want anything to do with me. Like, Luke has so much hurt and blames himself for all of this, the same way Obi-Wan does. And for him to come out here in this moment, knowing that he has a chance to be the get out of jail free card for the Resistance, for these rebels. Yep. In the same way that Obi-Wan, I think the moment they came within like range of the Death Star and Obi-Wan felt Vader, Obi-Wan knew he wasn't leaving alive.
Yep. That's beautiful, actually.
And like Obi-Wan was like, okay, this ends in one of two ways. Maybe I can take out Vader.
Yep.
What's most likely going to happen is I keep Vader away from Luke and Leia.
Mm-hmm. And he does successfully.
Exactly. And he does so successfully. And I think that's the same place that Luke is in right now, where, again, the circle is complete. It's like poetry. It rhymes. He has become Obi-Wan. He has come full circle. He is back, and he is going to act as a Jedi does in service to others, to protect others. Not a drop of blood is spilt by him in this moment. And Luke looks Ben in the eyes. He does his best to apologize. He does his best to try to talk him off of this ledge. He knows he's not going to be the one to bring Ben home. He knows that he can't. He knows that a combination of Leia and Rey are the only people who can get through to him.
Yeah.
So that's where he goes in there, where he wants to set the record straight with Ben and apologize to him. And
I have that in my notes. Luke wants to apologize to Ben and plant a seed of doubt.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing.
Yeah. And the way that it's Michael said it in the chat earlier. It's the most Jedi thing a Jedi has ever done.
Yep.
Like
pure sacrifice.
He gives his life, not a drop of blood is spilled, and it is pure serenity. Like there is no death, there is the Force.
It's the perfect completion to his hero's journey, where he starts out extremely selfish, only interested. I want to get off this rock. I'm tired. Blah blah blah. Me. And then he has the Death Star explosion. Then he meets Yoda. Me. You're not a Jedi Master. Me. Then all of a sudden he has to redeem his father. Okay. Then he has that arc. He has his complete arc. But his arc's really not complete until we get this moment, right? Until he realizes his arc's complete. And this is the moment that, of course, like said,
this is where I start sobbing.
Me too.
In the theater, the second time, I start sobbing here, and my brother, who's sitting next to me, gets really confused as to why I'm crying at the sight of an island. And then he remembers I've seen the movie already, looks at Luke, and out loud, he goes, this happens. Like, he's obviously being quiet because we're in the movie theater.
Right.
Goes, what are you crying of? Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it went. Why are you? Oh, no.
Look at this. Perfect. And it's so, and people, and when it comes to film, okay, and I know y'all know this, but people maybe watching don't realize this. It is a inverse shot.
Exactly.
It's an inverse shot of the scene from A New Hope, where now Luke is standing on the right side of the frame, looking at the suns in the left side of the frame, whereas in A New Hope, it's Luke sitting on the left side of the frame, looking at the right side. See, it's inverse.
It's the sunrise and the sunset.
Yes, and that's exactly what it is too, Jerry. It's the sun. It's the sun setting on Tatooine, and then the sun.
Smort, S-M-O-R-T.
But look, it's so well done, and there he is on the rock, experiencing this moment, and then I'm
sorry, Rian Johnson knows what he's doing. I know a lot of people didn't like it because Luke died or whatever, and you don't have to like Last Jedi. But there's a lot in there that it's so hard for me to get behind an argument of, well, Rian Johnson's just a bad filmmaker. No. I mean, there's so much in this. There's so much richness to this whole sequence.
It's wild. You watch this scene and it completes his journey. He has served his purpose in the saga, for the story of Star Wars. And I can understand why people were upset, because I'm sure people wanted 3 movies with Luke, and I get that, but it's not Luke's story.
Some people wanted his metal hand to clatter to the ground as well.
Sure,
they were a little mad at that, but you know.
And it's
if there's one thing I would change, I mean, aside from the fact that I wish Luke had his green lightsaber during the Crait stuff, but that is so nitpicky and so whatever. Yeah. if there's one thing I would change about this moment, like when he becomes one with the Force, is I wish that they had, and they don't make it clear who it is, though you can assume that it's Obi-Wan, which I think, keeping it consistent with his Obi-Wanification in this movie, that in the novelization, as Luke, feels everything shutting down in here after this incredible exertion, the Force, through the Force, he hears a voice say, "Luke, let go."
Beautiful.
And I think it would have been really, really beautiful if in the movie, like I said, like very small list of things I would ever change about this movie.
Have that
is
voice.
like letting Alec Guinness's voice say, "Luke, let go."
Right there, right as he climbs on top of the rock, looks at the sunset,
like just before he fades.
Right before,
just before he fades.
Well, and this is me bringing in. This is also me being kind of sick with it, but this shot, and I'm not joking when I really do mean this, because the design of this room has always been intriguing to me. But this to me, and I'm not joking. Please don't take this as a joke. It's like the birth canal, right? It's like the Jedi
it's
are born
intentionally
again.
so.
Absolutely,
it is.
It is, and then, of course, even in Crait, when he's walking out of the crack in the wall, it's like the birth canal. It's the birth of the Jedi. The Jedi is being born again, right? And like a lot can be said about that, right? You see it right here. This shot's very much intentional. Okay, it happens like that for a reason, because of you see the Jedi. He served his purpose. He has done his journey, and the Jedi are born again. And it's beautiful. It's very well done. It's one of the most traumatic things a human being goes through, is being born. And I don't think people give that enough credit. But also when it comes to
birth and rebirth are some very they're both very hard, because you got the first birth, and then you can have spiritual rebirth. You can have physical change. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Go on. Yeah.
But what I was saying comes down to the fact that now he's going into a new section of his life. He is now one with the Force, and apparently
Jedi afterlife. Yeah.
Yes, the Force manifestation apparently is a very hard thing to do. Like, to come back as a Force ghost, from what we've read in the books, is not an easy experience on anyone. It's very difficult to manifest yourself back.
Yeah, you have to. It's almost painful.
Yes, it's almost painful to have
manifest.
To happen.
You want to be. It's more pleasant to be just one with the Force.
Exactly.
And stuff. To come back is pain, because existence is pain.
Yeah. Right? Shit, guys, we got taken out.
Yeah, I see that right now. We just got taken out. I think we're watching the clip too many times. Hold on. Let's see. I'll get it off. It says, "Due to copyright, your stream was interrupted."
Can you guys still see us out
there?
Yeah,
I don't think the chat can. Let me see. Let's see. Streams are interrupted when copyright is detected, and copyright material is no longer being streamed. The streams are automatically re-enabled. Okay, yeah, it's okay. It's fine. Well, let's keep talking, because it'll stay. Like, when it re-uploads, it'll still.
When it re-uploads, we'll be there. We'll be there. Yeah, stream got pulled. Hey,
because I have.
We can't catch a break. We can't catch a break. We can't catch a break. It's fine. Whatever. You know what?
Of the West all over
I
again.
I just saw that. We still need to do our table read. Of Backstroke of the West. We need to cast Backstroke of the West.
I will invite myself on that as well.
Oh, you will.
Oh, you're going to be a part. Are you kidding me? You're one of the first people to get cast.
Hey, we're talking to a Blue Bantha Milk cast, and we still have been casting that for some reason. So, by all means,
they don't like us. Are you kidding me? It's because I called Andy Sean. That's what it is. It's because I thought his name was Sean. That's a weird thing. I'm really embarrassed about it. You know what?
Listen, if they, I will say this with 100% self-awareness. I am the hardest of the Star Wars content creators to like, and I'm aware of that. If they're gonna have me in that,
whatever.
You guys are not far behind.
Whatever. They're saving the tag, like, for when Tag and Bink finally come in. Probably. You got to find a duo. You got to find a duo for me and Scotty, honestly, and stuff. So, you know what? Are we back up? Are we back up yet? Because if we're not, I think I want to take a trip to the Polynesian spa.
I've been away for 7 months. Not out filming the Book of Boba. Fight scenes, makeup. The one thing I've really missed is this hidden gem. Here in my hometown, Rotorua. The Polynesian spa. Come on, New Zealand, try something new. There are no words.
I mean, my name might as well be Polynesian Spa, or my name might as well be New Zealand, because I want to try something new. That's what I was gonna say. I would. I mean, in a heartbeat. I don't care who you are. You would jump in that spa with Tamura Morrison. Are you kidding me? With Tim?
Oh,
that man is all charisma. Like he's like if Jack Black. He has the charisma of Jack Black in like a body that could like beat me and every person who looks like Jack Black up.
Sure,
you know,
of course.
Like that's just what Tamura Morrison is. Anyway.
Well, I want to get back to it. Sorry we got interrupted, y'all. It was a copyright problem, of course. I didn't think they copyrighted clips without audio, but that's okay.
Can't keep us in jail. Can't keep us in jail. Defund the YouTube police.
We have to. Stupid. Oh, there he is. There he is. You see him? Jarod,
there's a piece of art. We never put it on merch because we weren't sure how well it would sell and how well it would go over with people. But there may or may not somewhere on like the Nerd Academy Google Drive be a piece of artwork that says "Defund the Police" with Cookie Cop on it.
I want it so bad.
Needs to happen,
Did you see the thing I shared today? It was the Dring gear with the Arby's hat on that said instead of Arby's says Dring gear. We have the meats.
I was laughing so hard.
I want that so bad. Anyway, let's move on. Yes, so, Cookie Cop is behind him, but it's
to kind of round it out because I would like to end this in the next 10 minutes or so. I'm a little sleepy. To kind of round this out, this moment really does stand out in the sequel trilogy, but also all of Star Wars, right?
Absolutely.
We all have those moments our brain goes to when it comes to Star Wars. And I know for Jerry it is. I know for me it is. And I now know for Jarod it is as well because he got so upset about it earlier. And he challenged us to a trivia challenge.
He got so upset about it.
The reason I'm saying that,
as you do.
Where does this go in your Star Wars moments in terms of like, you know, not just the emotional aspect, but like, there's a lot of great moments in Star Wars, but where does this one stand for you, Jerry? Is this like the top tier? Is this like really up there for you? Is this like really the top of the top?
Honestly, I think this is the top of the top for me.
Wow.
It's so powerful. Like, I have all these little notes. Like, look, okay, so I have to think back to the first time you saw it. Luke came face to face with him came to face him, not to kill him. Luke is the epitome of a Jedi in this moment. Very High Republic. I'll just sum it up with this. You have one of the best lines of dialogue of any Star Wars movie. You have, Ben saying essentially like, the Resistance is dead.
The war is over.
This kind of stuff.
The Resistance is dead. And when I kill you, I will have killed the last Jedi.
But the best line, this is the thesis statement of all of Star Wars as far as I'm concerned. Like, of the sequel trilogy, of Last Jedi. The rebellion is reborn today. The war is just beginning. And I will not be the last Jedi. The way Luke says, and I will not be the last Jedi, that is a man who has regained his faith.
Oh, yeah.
That is a man who, it's so chill-inducing because, like, it is a man who went through this, and I've went through the doubt. I'm still in some of the doubt and stuff, you know, like I'm finding myself again. But to have Luke go, no. What I believe still stands. And there is something, I may have failed, but I'm not going to be the last one because there's always going to be someone to stand up.
Heck yeah.
And stand up for the right. Stand up for what's right, no matter what.
Well,
and it's just, it's so powerful. So for me, it is the top of the top. It's the top of the top.
That's beautiful. Jerry, what about you, bud? I haven't heard your opinion on it because I'm sure we all have ours, but I know this was not your pick for Star Wars moments, but it's Jerry's, and I want your take on that. Like, why do you think this is so high for him, but also why is this high for you?
I mean, for me, you know, I've said it before. I'll say it to the end of the day. The Last Jedi, in my opinion, is the best Star Wars movie. I think The Last Jedi understands the themes and the motifs.
It understands the assignment
of Star Wars. It understands the assignment. This movie
Yeah,
understands Star Wars better than any other Star Wars. And
Dang.
That's think
incredible.
that this
That's
scene,
a strong statement.
I stand
agree
by
with that.
it.
I agree with
stand
that.
by it,
I'm,
and I
I'm
would
behind
now,
you.
for that take
for me,
until I
mine's
got it.
Mando. Mando has been my. This is epitome of Star Wars, and I don't know if it's because of it's so fresh and so inventive. But that I want to hear you. Sorry.
Well,
you're okay.
I know what you mean by that.
I can't blame you for that being yours. For me, there's just this movie is just so steeped in the familial conflict of Star Wars. It is so steeped in the idea of rebirth and duality. Both individual duality and the duality of the Force.
Preach on.
There is so much to be mined here about Star Wars, both in universe and in a metatextual sense. Back when I was still with Dewback Discussion, I don't know if the article still exists, and I probably wouldn't stand by it just as probably poorly written, and I wouldn't like how it is at this point. But I did write an article for Dewback Discussion a very long time ago titled A Loving Indictment, A Defense of the Last Jedi. And that verbiage is exactly what this movie is. It is a loving indictment of Star Wars to Star Wars, about Star Wars, that at the end of the story celebrates it. And, you know, everybody goes, oh, you know, Jake Skywalker, Luke Soywalker, oh, he ran away, oh, this, oh, that, oh, this, oh, that. By the end of the movie, he is so in tune with the Force and so in tune with his faith that he stands head and shoulders above any other Jedi ever. And without a drop of blood spilled, saves the day. And makes peace with what he's done. And, you know, that's the Luke side of things. You know, I'm the one over here with the Kylo Ren tatted on his thigh. So, like, to talk about the other half of this scene with Kylo, with Ben Solo.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he's spiraling. He has been, you know, broken and abused by his mentors so much to the point where he is truly convinced by Snoke, even in Snoke's absence. Now that he's dead, there's still a part of Ben that is convinced that he is only good for his power. The only thing that Ben is worthy of is being a monster, being the villain.
Yep.
And Ben is so shaken to his core when Luke walks out. You know, like, Ben is in control. Like, he is, you know, he like, and you see, like, he's very cold. He's like, you know, move in. He's giving orders. He sees the Millennium Falcon. He starts to snap. And when he sees Luke, like, he comes unhinged. And it's a mix of the trauma that he experienced from that moment with Luke in the hut, you know, regardless of what was truly going through Luke's mind. Sure. He horrified Ben. He broke Ben. You know, like, we throw the word trauma and traumatized around a lot. It hurt him. But like, the concept of trauma, like the act of being traumatized, is when something so profoundly unbelievable happens that the way you perceive the world is permanently changed.
Yes.
And Ben's outlook on the galaxy was irrevocably changed in that moment. And that's to say nothing of the manipulations that were going on by Snoke leading up to that moment that helped make Ben's decision for him. So Ben, riding the high of, oh my God, I just took out my abuser, I have all the power now, and Ben using that power as a coping mechanism, much like his grandfather once did, he takes it and takes that next step where he's like, I'm going to wipe out the resistance. I'm going to do what Vader couldn't. I'm going to win. And he's riding that high, and oh shit, Luke's here. And that's the moment it all starts falling apart for him. Right. And he's just grabbing onto every little piece of power and vengeance that he can. And he thinks that's what he wants, and he just can't have it. He's not meant to have it. And it was brought up in the chat, and I also love that interpretation that Luke knew doing what he's doing, he's going to let Ben get that anger and hatred out without taking Luke's life.
Yep. I loved that. That was Michael that said that. And I
agree
whole
with
thing
that
where he's like,
completely.
it's like a whole thing where, like, I can take it. I'm going to take this so it doesn't affect anyone else. I'm going to save the other people. Like, essentially, like, I'm going to make sure that he can work through it. Essentially, yeah. I put on here too something I really noticed that I really struck me this time was Ben is so shook. is shaken after when he says, "I want every gun we have to fire on that man," and he keeps saying more and more. At the end of that, you notice he's like breathless.
Oh, yeah.
Because he, again, like you said, it's the trauma of not saying that Luke was an abusive person, but just the way that was set up. And it was set up by someone outside of that situation. I believe 100% that whole thing was set up outside of the situation to manipulate Ben towards Snoke, towards whether you like it or not, Palpatine, things like that, right? That's called grooming. That's what that's called. But anyway, old white dudes are just the worst. So no offense to any old white dudes who are watching this right now.
Sorry, Pete. When you watch a movie like this, I mean, a well-written movie, we've got several that you can list, like Back to the Future is well-written. It's just in terms of story.
Airtight screenplay.
Every word,
of all
every
time,
line is so like well done because it's fulfilled later in Back to the Future. But same can be said. One of the best lines of this movie goes, "You want me to come out there with a laser sword and fight down and take down the entire First Order?" And then it just shows his character change. By the end of it, that's literally what he does. It's so amazing. It's so well done.
He knows what he needs to do. And I think I wrote that down too.
That's just something Rian Johnson's really good at.
He created watch Knives Out.
Yeah.
Knives Out, the whole thing is a circle. That is another another tight screenplay. Holy hell.
The coffee and but literally the line that Harlan has to Marta, where he's like, they're also you're in this for so long, you can't tell the difference between a real knife and a stage prop.
Yeah.
And the fact that that's what saves her is that Ransom has the toy knife. Rian Johnson's just so good at that line of dialogue. Anybody who uses the name Ruin Johnson, not only are you a child, you're just bad at watching movies.
Yeah.
You don't have to like his movies, but they are not bad. I'll say that. But you know what? I'm not gonna. No, you're damn right. I'm sorry. That I took anything.
You're bad at watching movies if you don't like Rian Johnson.
I'm sorry. That was the most fantastic whoudunit I've seen in a long time.
For
anyway,
me,
The Last Jedi.
This movie took everything we got in The Force Awakens and took it to a different level. And we've got Luke paralleling Yoda, but we also have Luke paralleling the whole story of the Skywalkers, right? Literally, it's paralleling what Anakin did wrong. It parallels what Obi-Wan did wrong. And it parallels what Yoda did wrong. And it parallels what Vader did wrong. Because, obviously Anakin and Vader are two different entities. And then, it just shows that no matter what, Luke has been in the right frame of mind. It took him some time to get back to it. But there's something so incredibly charming about watching this movie all the way through in one sitting that has really good payoff. And I think, and this is just my bold statement, if this movie was the trilogy, if all these moments happened in each segment, we've got the first hour of...
It felt like watching that. Felt like the most entire story. It felt like the most entire story I think we've gotten.
In a Star Wars. Besides the Phantom Menace. That's just me, though. I think the Phantom Menace is a huge story, too. But, in terms of a story, I mean, we not shouldn't have, but we got Snoke dying and that moment in one movie. And I think that's hard for some people to process. And I can understand that because it's a heavy movie.
You watch
a movie, you're like okay,
it's challenging. It's a challenging movie, and we're not used to Star Wars being challenging.
Nope. And
I think that's one of the reasons that this movie has the reputation that it does, is that people went in, especially on the heels of The Force Awakens, when every part of the movie is, for better or worse, this mainline of nostalgia.
Hey, look at
this. And then you go into this movie, and it's like Luke's like, "Yeah, being a Jedi is stupid. I'm not going to be a Jedi. What the hell are you smoking?"
Well, I mean, if I may, just the whole thing about Luke being disillusioned with the Jedi is someone who is a little disillusioned with the church at this moment in his faith and stuff. That felt very true of especially the line about, which I don't think he was wrong when he said, to say that if the Jedi die, the light dies is vanity. It is. And I think there is some vanity to some religion and to some of that. There's some that like, oh, if we die, then it's all gone and stuff. And it's no. Even to get biblical, even in the Bible, it says, God's able to raise children out of these stones if he wants to. Like, he doesn't need you.
Yes.
Again, I'm not trying to get super biblical and stuff like that. It's just something I love that about. It's a very important thing to learn that vanity and your belief system do not mix. And to realize that, again, like Luke talking about that's just a very powerful thing for me. It's like, oh, the Jedi suck. He's like, they were very vain.
Yes.
And they weren't what they needed to be. They had the right idea, but they didn't do it in a way that was beneficial for all people. They did it in a way that was beneficial for them for just a while.
Them. Man.
Which, I think we're seeing the beginning of the true selfishness of the Jedi in the High Republic and stuff. They're still they're pretty badass they're badass about sharing their feelings in the High Republic, which is something I love. But anyway.
I think
there's a lot of cool concepts.
To tie this thing up in a present and has like a little bow on it and everything. I think it's great that this was the first one we started off with, because every other one following this moment it kind of ties to this. And I'm not kidding. Like, this is like the big climax of Star Wars to me personally. Yeah. I mean, obviously the end of Tross is a huge moment where the galaxy comes back and saves the day. But like this right here is like, for the Skywalker,
the Citizens Fleet,
for the Skywalker aspect, I mean, this is how you do it. This is how you complete that huge arc of Luke from 77 to 2017. It was just so well done. And
I think that there's something. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, Scotty. I apologize.
No, go on.
With the Citizens Fleet element, and while there are elements of the Rise of Skywalker that do kind of directly contradict The Last Jedi, and that's its own beast. The way that this movie approaches hero worship and the problems that has, and how like understanding, like, how do we, like, what is being a hero? You have Luke trying to make peace with it and trying to become a hero again. You have Finn and Poe in different ways learning, being a hero means sometimes when the stakes are this high, fighting to see another day, and not just having some type of like vain pie in the sky, vision of dying a martyr, to kind of paraphrase Hamilton.
And
to have the lesson kind of come back as, we need heroes not to save us, but as something to look up to.
Yep.
That is a theme that The Rise of Skywalker pays off on rather well. And even though that, like, the way that the Citizens Fleet's arrival kind of pays, the way it kind of presents itself feels like a hollow attempt at, hey, Cap, on your left. Idea that the galaxy is rising up because it's been inspired by the galaxy's heroes, that is a theme that is very well played off from Jedi to Skywalker. Whether or not it was intentional.
Look, I like this. Eric mentioned something when you were saying that, Jared, that I think it'd be a fun thing to tackle before we kind of close this thing out. It says, Eric said, do you think George would have had Luke turn away from the Jedi, the Force as hardcore as he does in TLJ? I know there was in the original script, or I guess you could say the treatments that George wrote, Pablo Hidalgo has said he does turn away from it. But would it have been as hardcore as this, in the spirit of George Walton Lucas? So what do you think? I don't know if it would have been probably not as well written. I'm just going to be honest with you. It probably wouldn't have.
The dialogue, maybe not.
But thematically, I think it would have been heavy. But in terms of the dialogue, I don't think it would have been as satisfying as TLJ is. Listen, but I think Luke would have gone, I wouldn't say to the dark side, but I think he would have turned away from the Force. I don't think he'd be dark Luke, evil Luke.
You've got no. I don't think we would go that far. But you've got George Walton Lucas, who wrote the dialogue of Revenge of the Sith, where like
I love
between
the full name
between Obi-Wan and Anakin on Mustafar, where he's like, Anakin, Chancellor Palpatine is evil.
Yeah.
Well, from my perspective, the Jedi are evil. It would have been, he wouldn't have been to that point, but I mean, you got to think, like, George, again, like you said, Luke ran away in his treatment.
Yeah.
I think it still would have been Luke feeling very disillusioned. It might have been different, but I don't know. I think he might have gone, he might have gone a little harder.
He might have. I don't know.
Because Lucas likes to piss. I'm sorry, everyone. Lucas likes to piss us off.
But that's how it's supposed to be. You know, it's kind of what Ryan did.
That's what
challenged.
Honestly, I feel like Ryan was very George Lucas in what he made.
Yeah,
he's just a slightly better writer. Like things like
slightly sure
of dialogue and stuff. You know, like of story. George is a master of storytelling. Yeah, I don't want to downplay that at all.
Visually storytelling.
The man knows what he wants to tell. The man knows what he wants to tell. I think, but like the dialogue, Last Jedi has some of the best dialogue of any. It is the least cringy Star Wars film dialogue wise.
Interesting. My only line I hate in that movie is Rose's line, but that's a whole different conversation.
It's just because you're you hate SJWs, you know, like Scotty J-Ro, SJ.
Yeah, you guys see on that
hates
live stream
SJWs.
I did last night? Scotty's like very clearly on the panel with Alex Jones and everybody.
Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah. You don't want to. Yeah, if you go in there, yeah, Scotty is he comes in and out. He comes in and out of stuff. So he's coming in. He goes, yeah, you're so funny, Alex.
Listen. I want to say
you're so right. That was the best answer possible.
I love Eric challenging this thought though, because I think it is important to think that there was a sequel trilogy that George had created and developed, but.
We are rational people. You can't. You have to be able to criticize.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. You have to be able to critically take it. We're not just sitting here because people hate it, going, "Oh, it's the best effing thing I've ever seen."
Exactly.
There is legitimate stuff there, right? There is legitimate stuff.
Yeah, there is, and so I want to answer this. I like this, William. So I want to give a hint at the next Star Wars Moments discussion. And I might get Trey Mitchell on to do this one. Not Trey. I might get Bill Shee. Maybe Trey too. I don't know. It says, I want to see Endor or Revenge of the Sith next moment. Those are battles, especially Endor. I love Endor. So the moment we're discussing next is one of my favorite moments of Star Wars of all time. Probably my peak moment is the Revenge of the Sith with Palpatine, Mace, and Anakin. That is like Shakespearean. That is like Greek mythology. That is like storytelling as just like, it's just like perfect. It's just literally perfect. Someone on the edge of having to change and accept his fate, which is, you know, kind of like TLJ. It's weird. Those movies really do parallel each other a lot more than what people realize, right? It's Rey having to accept her fate, but it's also Anakin having to accept his fate, which is not good. And Obi-Wan accepting the fate of the galaxy. And I think that moment's going to be the next big one we're going to talk about, probably in November. But
yeah,
you know what's happening in November, guys? I'm going to be challenging this moron here to what we call a trivia challenge, and I'm going to win with Jerry. Me, Jerry, and Michael. Let's high five, Jerry. Me, Jerry, and Michael are going to kick some butt. We're going to kick some T-Nap Boutte. Okay, that's going to be the plan.
Yes, at the theater.
This is going to be a bloodbath for you guys, and I'm sorry. I'm legitimately sorry. It's going to be a bloodbath.
He says that. He says that.
We've got a lot of iodine. It's fine.
You may have iodine, but do you have ivermectin?
We don't. We're not gargling the iodine. We're not fools.
I think I know the only way I could win this, like I truly can win the trivia challenge, is if we did prequels, behind the scenes documentaries.
Oh, William, we have the fans. The fans are talking shit right now. Oh man,
I can carry Scotty J's weight and burn down the Nerd Academy like Luke's temple. Go Tigers, baby!
Holy hell!
You guys really don't realize you're playing with like absolute trivia beasts, do you?
No, not at all.
Oh my god! Like Spencer and I, like we're like the Obi-Wan and Anakin of Star Wars trivia. Like the Age of Heroes is at its end, but it saved its very best for last.
What if I got Alex Damon on my team? Because I can call him. I got his phone number right now.
Okay,
maybe call him. Let me ask you that.
Scott.
Name drops. Name drops.
He's a good friend, right?
Okay, first of all, name drop. Second of all, this is a gentleman's bet. Like that's like, hey man, you want to go like you want to go like do a couple rounds of golf? Yeah, sure. Like we're gonna make it a little fun. I'm bringing my friend Tiger Woods. That's bullshit.
That's like hold on. Let me call my friend Sly.
He was belted in the movie trivia Schmodown, you prick.
You want to?
I'm not gonna show his number.
You want to have a throwdown? Let me call my friend
Alex.
Let me call my friend Sly Stallone. Hold on, it's fine.
Yeah,
whatever. Well,
okay, I'll shoot Laura Kelly a DM. Like, I'll run it, man. Like, what's up?
Listen, guys.
Connor knows the
Let's
current
de-escalate.
Champ.
Let's de-escalate.
Connor's mutuals with Thomas Harper. I'll get the reigning champ on my team. I won't.
Marie.
That would be cheating.
I worked with Marie on BTBD Live. I can get Marie in there. See, I tell you that much. I got connects, dog. I tell you what, baby.
We all do. We all do. But this is between the three of us.
Name drops. Can you believe that Indy killed that couple just for the hell of it? I can't believe that they had that on tape. I don't know. That's just so strange.
Look, I gotta do some plugs, Jared. Let's let you do your plugs real quick because you need to before we call this night a thing. And I think I still have a photo of you pulled up. Yeah, look, there's our boy right there.
Jared, look at him with the baby and Mr. Walton Lucas.
I
look very heavenly. I look like a heavenly disembodied.
I look like I'm in my 18th trimester. Don't start crying. There isn't a trailer on right now. Shut up.
It's not easy to do. It's not easy to break this man. We did have that song come on with the still picture with if we were experiencing technical difficulties with like a bunch of Ricks or something. Scotty is. We've lost Scotty.
Look at him. He looks like he's in it. Okay, I'm done. Sorry.
Well, you look like a fantastic mother. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it, but whatever.
There's a reason why I don't let people take pictures of me from the side, and that is why. I always look like I am with child from the side.
Have you seen the picture of me and George side by side? I mean, it's like it looks like I'm about to eat him, like a freaking boa constrictor.
It looks like the weirdest Weezer cover band you've ever seen.
I think I saw someone say, "Wow, Weezer's Blue album looks a lot weirder than I remember."
Oh, God bless.
Woo,
oh, Jared, plug your show. Plug your show. Plug everything you got going on, please.
You guys can find me and all of my friends talking about all manner of nerd culture at the Nerd Academy podcast. We have our website. We're on YouTube. We talk Star Wars and Knights of the Nerd Republic. This most recent episode of Knights of the Nerd Republic is a little bit heavy for reasons. And Nerd Academy, the main show, number one contender. We talk movie trivia Schmodown. We have a conversational show called Campus Life, and we have our movie club show as well. Look up the Nerd Academy podcast on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts, and you can find me and all my friends there.
I love you, man. You're one of the best.
I love you,
you really are.
You know what? That content
and I'm gonna
is
kick your dick in November.
Kick your dick in.
Too bad it's small.
It's only in its third trimester. Listen.
Jesus
all that
Christ,
content,
Jarod.
All that content sounds very delicious. We haven't had enough drops this episode. I'm sorry. I'm just
Jared, what
giving
is
the people what they want. That is my that right there.
I'm
that
confused.
is a man probably in his 7th trimester right there. I'm not really sure at this point.
In chat, what's in Jerry's pipe?
What is in my pipe there in the chat? I'll tell you what was really in it is bubble gum at the time.
Crack. It's crack.
It's a crack pipe. I am a crack pipe.
Crack.
So here you go.
Crack.
There you go. This is
Crack.
Donda. Sorry.
Donda.
So I do a little show called Hyperfocus every Tuesday around 9:30, say Eastern time. And this week I'm having the one, the only Maggie Lovett, Maggie of the Town, on, and I'm excited to talk to her. I'm excited to. I think we're gonna run the gamut from like mental health to why Maggie loves Zemo and Ren and Ro and all the like why does she said, I think in her words, like, why do I like these bad guys so much and stuff. So it's going to be a great conversation, guys. Come and check it out.
I can't wait for Mark Dion to die a slow and painful death.
Slow and painful.
Okay.
Slow and painful. Scotty.
Bombad Gaming every Wednesday. You know this. Me and Eric Codman been playing through the Sonic Adventure series. And
buy him ices and Chinese food.
Yes,
we don't want Scotty. We don't want.
Right
never mind. I was going to say something.
You see this? Stay Bombad.
We want to raise Scotty's cholesterol levels need to go up a little bit. So more Chinese food, more ices. Let's make it happen.
I got on a scale yesterday and it made me very upset. So maybe I'll be working on that. That being said, every Wednesday of September, Sonic Adventures for the Sonic, is it 25th anniversary? No, 30th anniversary. And then, of course, in October, we're doing Metroid Dread. Very excited for that game. It's going to be sick.
I was going to hope that you were going to exclusively play that Slender Man game. Where you just like walk around all the time. I would love to listen to you scream like a little girl.
I hate those kind of games. I really do.
I know. I don't.
Also,
my ex-brother-in-law always wanted to play that game with me. And I'm like, screw you.
I would be remiss if I didn't mention this. Okay, I'd be remiss. Everyone is super stoked about this. I know we got some great things in the work. Podathon, November 6, 2021. Okay, me and Pete are hosting this bad boy. My hands. Me and Pete are hosting this bad boy. And we got some new stuff in the works coming at y'all. Some reveals, some schedule stuff coming in the next couple of weeks. But we've got Tarkin Stop Shelf, Tatooine, Sun, Star Wars Explained, Imperials in the Podcast, The World's Blue Bantha Milk, Hollow Chronicles, Pig Milk, Broaxium, Space Waffles, Beyond the Busters 11, Force Connect. And the best part about all this is it's for Make-A-Wish. And we're super excited. November 6th at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We've got people that have been behind the scenes and people that have been on the actual scenes, in the scenes of Star Wars joining us for this day. We'll reveal much more in the coming months, and I'm very excited. Get this shirt, please, by the way. This shirt's badass.
As soon as I get a new check, man.
I ordered 3 of them. 3 of them last night. So very guilty. Very guilty.
One for every hour that you aren't masturbating. I can't think of anything.
Poorly done.
I can't think of anything. I'm a sick man.
Jerry.
I'm a sick man.
Oh,
I'm gonna go ahead. Okay. Just put me out.
Jared,
put me out of
it's
my
been
misery.
a minute since you've been on the show. What should the wonderful people do? What should they really do? Let's be real.
You should also stay on more Bombad. And listen to
this is your wake-up call. Time to reach, go for it all. Vultures stir inside of me, and I know
I'm down to a pack a day, actually.
Limit is the sky. Hey world, watch me fly. The best part of waking up is vultures in your cup.
I failed to mention something.
Oh,
I failed
so
to mention
what?
something. I'm not
We're
joking
back!
when I say this. I'm not joking when I say this. In 2 weeks from today, I'm going to break the internet. That's all I'm going to say. Jerry.
That's right. Scotty's showing his butt.
Jerry.
Yes,
no, Jerry,
here we go.
Jerry, You don't even know this one. I've kept this a secret from you, and I think the only person that really knows might be the person that it's experiences with me. But I'm not joking when I says I will truly, our little friend group and social circle, I will break the internet with a reveal that I have. It's nothing to do with Podathon. It's nothing to do with that. I will truly make everyone like I will get 1,000 likes, or if anyone that watches Bombad, I will guarantee get a unbelievable amount of likes on something that I'm gonna break the internet with. That's the only hit I'm gonna get at. So I'm not joking. I'm very excited. Jarod, that was
Scotty Jar Jar sex tape.
Can you do that again? Because we can actually end the show.
Just a what?
It's so good.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
What should the wonderful people do, Jar Jar?
They should. Hey, wait, there's a doctor that needs to talk to us.
Anyways, my broskies, I got to bounce. Bounce on your boy's dick. Hey, got him.
How'd you know my finger was hovering? How'd you know?
I knew it.
Here we go.
You should all be staying more bombad.
He's so good.
Stay bombad.
Peace.
Once again, Dr. Joe is not an actual licensed physician. Just we have to make that clear.
You shall all Bombad.